Hello, welcome to Future Artistry. This is a fashion illustration of a ruched bubu top and the wide leg palazzo pants, and I'm using a duchess for the top. Here is, prepping the machine, fixing the thread on the bobbin. Is it called bobbin? Fixing the thread. Then in this episode, I will be using freehand sketching, but you can use a ruler. But you can use a ruler. Me, I'll be using freehand sketching, and I'm measuring the neckline of the blouse. I use the 3 inches width and 2.5 inches depth. Then you connect it, but I'll be doing an off shoulder on one of the shoulders here, so I'm cutting the front and the back together. So I'll impute my half shoulder measurement, which is 7.5, then use the rest of the top as my sleeve. Yes, and it's pretty easy, pretty simple. You can do it fast, and mind you, I'm using 1.5 inches duchess. I'm using 1.5 inches duchess. The blouse is 1 inch, then the remaining half inch I use it for the belt, facing the sleeves, creating the ruche effect, and the rope, the ruche rope. So I was connecting it down to my sleeve. For my sleeve, I just went down by 10 inches. Yes, from the shoulder line, I went down by 10 inches for the sleeve, and I marked it there. Feel free to use your ruler, but on this episode, I was just using my free hand. Then I connected it, then went in from that 10 inches line by 2 inches before I created my curve. Yes, there you will create your curve and use and go down to the rest of the sleeve. But you can do this style on a very big fabric. If you want long sleeves, you can do it on very big fabric. But me, I was just making use of what I have. Yes, you can say I was just verifying everything I did. I was verifying everything I did. Mark the 10 inches here. Yes, yes, yes. I think the sleeve was 9 inches. Yeah, the sleeve was 9 inches. Sleeve was 9 inches. Then I'm going to. Do you know what I'm even measuring here now? The sleeve was 9 inches. Then where I would like to um place the ruche effect, I was trying to measure it. Just watch closely. I'm going down. Use your ruler if you feel like, but I was using my free hand to go down. Remember, you can either put your sleeve length at 9 or 10 inches, depending on your preference. Yes, anyone. And the sleeve must not be tight. It's a bubu. So a bubu top, it should be free. So I was just looking at the length of my um full length of my blouse and marking where it will stop. Mhm. You have to mark clearly. And I saw that the sleeve length was not equal, so I have to mark it and cut it properly, as you can see me do in the video. I don't know why I couldn't film that part fully, but please bear with me. Then you arrange it. One problem with the chest material is that it keeps moving, it keeps shaking. It is moving and shaking, but please feel free to use pin to hold yours. See the way I held my material with pin? Yes, you can hold it with pin so that it does not move to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, like that. Mhm. So I kept adjusting my material. You can see that near that sleeve, the length of the sleeve here below, you see that I curved it. I didn't make it block shape. Because if you make it block shape, it will be too sharp, and it's not going to be Nice. So I curved it there. I'm just showing attention. Curved it below. Now I'm just checking my measurements to be sure, before you cut any material, please always verify your measurements, because sometimes you might make mistakes, sometimes you might move like this. The chest was moving. Now, I'm cutting the front and the back. That place I mark now, I added 2 inches for that off shoulder effect, because I'm doing one-sided off shoulder. Remember, I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So the initial time I put only my half shoulder measurement. Now I'm adding 2 inches allowance, 2 inches to the shoulder, so that it's gonna fall off. You understand? Then I connected it to my initial neck depth of 2.5 inches. You understand? So now we cut the initial neck depth. You get? We're going to cut it for both the front and the back. The one that I put 3 inches to 2.5 inches, yes, we'll cut it off for the front and the back. Then to give you that off shoulder effect, whereby the shoulder of the blouse is gonna fall up on one part of the sleeve, I will just raise the material, yes, and cut one side of the material. But I left there and I started cutting the sleeves, yeah. But be assured that we'll go back. Then look at how I was cutting that place. Look at it. I didn't cut it block. I made it in a shape form. Yes, now look at, I was cutting the under. I mean the full length of the sleeve. I just hope you guys understand what I'm saying. But if you don't understand and you want my explanation, please comment. Type it in the comment section and I'll explain what I mean. But you can see what I'm doing. Mhm. These are the rough edges. So I'll just trimming the rough edges. And I noticed that the place I even marked was too far. I couldn't go more than that. So I kept cutting the places I marked. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. Note that the Duchess might still be moving, so please use your other hand to support it and keep cutting. It's something that is very fast. You can do it very, very fast. Yes, and I've arrived at the sleeve, the undersleeve, and that is it. Cut it off. And this is very simple to do. Yeah, I was just verifying it. The edges, feel free to also trim it. The edges of those sleeves, feel free to trim it. I was just measuring it because I'm going to fold it. I'll fold it, so I was just measuring it. Then yes, you have to trim that part too. Open it. That's one part of the sleeve. We folded it into four, so you open it. I didn't even say it in the initial time. Yes, you have to fold it into four because we are cutting the front and the back together. So now I'm going to the neckline. Remember that I told you we are going to raise one up. Fold it into four. We'll raise one side up and cut the neck from that 2 inches that I added, so that it to fall off from the shoulder, which is giving us an off shoulder. And I just cut it, and voila, here we are. I removed the pins to be sure of what I did, and now I'm going to open it. Just look at how I'm going to open it. Do you see it? Yeah. Now you see that one place is shorter, one sleeve is shorter than the other. That's the place that we're having the off shoulder. And now you just have to trim this place off. Trim the excess off. Yes. Because I saw that that place was not smooth. Just make it smooth. It's not hard at all. Make it smooth. I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. And you have to take a moment, look at what you've done, and see that it's good. Now, I'm checking for the place I will start this ruche effect. And I measure from the shoulder. I measure the full length of that blouse to know what I'm doing, right? You have to measure it From the shoulder, I went down by 17 inches. 17 inches. That is where I marked 17 inches. Yes, you can even do so at your half length. If your half length is 16, you can do 16. If your half length is 17, you can do 17. But me, I did 17 inches. Then I took the full length of that top, and it was 21 inches. Yes, 21 inches. So from that 17 inches, I think that is where I will do my ruche effect from. Then I took the other half inch duchess material that I kept somewhere. I would like to use it to face the blouse. Look at how I put the material. I was measuring. I don't want to waste any material. So you will keep adjusting it till it's okay. You fold it into two. You see the way I did it now. You fold it. Yes. Then you place your blouse and you will cut. You will see the way I'll cut it. You keep folding it. No wasting of material. It's not going to be easy, but be patient. It's something that you can do. You fold it. Yes. I think I've gotten it now because I don't want to waste material. I don't have enough. Then when you fold it and it's cool, if you feel it's okay, you cut. But I wanted to cut direct, but I noticed that no, I might make mistakes if I do so because the duchess is moving. So I had to use pin to secure it. Use your pin, secure before you cut to avoid mistakes. We don't want to make mistakes because we don't have enough fabrics. Even if you look at the video, you will see that at some point after pinning, I noticed that it was not still the way I want it. And if I cut it, I might still make mistake or get wrong measurements. You know what I did? My friends, I had to repin again before I cut. I had to verify. So you have to repin it if you feel that it has moved. See, I was noticing that it's not smooth. It's not smooth. So you have to smoothen it. The chest can be very tricky. Smoothen it and repin. Pin and pin again. Don't do mistakes here. Because if you have a client you want to work for, you're not going to tell the client, oh, it's not enough. Oh, I made mistakes. No. So you have to just repin it and cut your material. And everything is going to be fine. So I'm sorry, but go on and pin and you're going to cut freely. So this video is just a part one of what we are doing. The part two will be dropped on my YouTube channel after I've dropped this part one. It will be a continuation because the video is really long. So I'm going to drop the part two very soon. So if you're already here at this stage of this tutorial, well done. Well done. Because we're already cutting now. So cut carefully. Please do not cut your material. And I was just using one part of the material to do this. Remember that what you're cutting, the facing, you're cutting it on fold, which means that when you're done, it's going to be in two parts. Yes, it's going to be in two parts, and those two parts you use it for your front facing and your back facing. Yes, and that is it. And you remove it, remove your pins, and then you separate the shoulders from the facing. Yes, just cut it off like you see me do. Yes, separate your whole pin and curve your facing. Some people like to leave their own in block shapes. Here I'm cutting the other shoulder. Yeah, for me, I like to curve my facing for just for some shape, make it beautiful. Though it's going to be inside. Yes, see it there. You curve your shaping, your facing, and you just cut it out. You can use your chalk if you want to, but or you can just cut it. I don't want to waste fabric, so I was being very, very careful. You still adjust it again because this duchess it can move, and when it moves you might just go and do the wrong cutting. So you can see it here. Just hold the scissors and cut, okay? And look at the way you're seeing me do it. Always hold your material, let it not slip from your hand. Then I was cutting those parts that I don't know how to explain it. That is not clean. The borderline, the borderline of the material. I didn't include that part. It's rough. Yeah, you see the rough edge. Yeah, I didn't include that, so I just cut. And remember, we're cutting for both the front and the back at once. So just clean the edges and this it. So the